Welcome to the Tranquil Mind, where we journey together to uncover hidden secrets of harmony, peace, and spiritual well-being. Have you ever noticed that certain things around you bring comfort, while others seem to disturb your peace, leaving you feeling restless and uneasy? According to Buddhist teachings, the arrangement of objects in your environment, especially in your bedroom, can hold unseen power over your energy, health, and even your prosperity. Now, imagine this. What if the key to a life filled with calm, balance, and abundance could be as simple as removing a few items from your bed? It may sound surprising, but today, we'll reveal the mysteries of energy flow that might be quietly shaping your life, all from within the four walls of your bedroom. These are small, often overlooked details, but they hold transformative power for your life. Together, let's unlock these intriguing secrets and discover how a few mindful changes can open the door to lasting peace and prosperity. Stay with us. What you're about to learn could change the way you live. Stuffed animals, soft, comforting, and reminders of childhood innocence. Many of us keep them close, finding solace in their familiarity. But according to Buddhist teachings, these seemingly harmless items carry energy that can subtly impact our lives. By holding onto these keepsakes, especially in the sacred space of our bed, we may be unknowingly tethering ourselves to the past, preventing ourselves from fully embracing the present and opening up to the future. Let's explore how something as simple as a stuffed animal could impact your energy, and why letting go might be the key to growth. In Buddhism, everything is believed to hold energy. Even objects like stuffed animals, filled with memories and emotions, carry their own vibrational frequency. While they remind us of past happiness, they can also hold on to moments of fear, sadness, or insecurity. Each time you lay down to rest, these items are there, silently drawing you back to moments you've already lived. Imagine trying to move forward while ropes hold you back to where you once were. That's the effect these objects can have on your energy, creating a subtle but persistent pull toward the past. Nostalgia, in small doses, can be a source of warmth. It brings comfort, reminding us of cherished memories and simpler times. Yet nostalgia can also become a soft confinement, lulling us into a sense of attachment to moments that are no longer here. When you keep these items on your bed, you're not just keeping a memory, you're inviting an emotional weight into a space meant for rest and renewal. As Buddhist philosophy emphasizes, true peace is found by letting go and embracing the present moment, free from attachments that hold us back. The more we cling to the past, the less space we have for new experiences, growth, and joy. Attachment is a central theme in Buddhist philosophy, often cited as a root of suffering. By becoming attached to objects, even comforting ones like stuffed animals, we create subtle dependencies. These attachments can cloud our perception, influence our emotions, and hinder our ability to see things clearly. Our bed, where we sleep and recharge, is one of the most personal spaces in our lives. According to Buddhist teachings, anything that disrupts the energy of this space affects our ability to rest, heal, and rejuvenate. When stuffed animals, infused with the emotions of the past, remain on your bed, they may quietly block the fresh energy needed for rest, holding your spirit in memories rather than in the present moment. Imagine moving forward in life but constantly looking back, as if an invisible string pulls you toward your past self. This is what happens when we hold on too tightly to objects connected to memories. Stuffed animals become symbolic threads, tying us to who we were rather than allowing us to step fully into who we can become. By moving them to a designated spot, perhaps a memory corner or a keepsake box, you honor these memories without allowing them to dominate your present space. This small shift allows you to appreciate your journey while fully opening yourself to the present. In Buddhist beliefs, life energy, or qi, flows through us and our surroundings. When this energy is blocked, creates stagnation, which can affect our emotional, mental, and even physical well-being. Imagine qi as a flowing river. When we place obstacles in its path, it becomes turbulent, stagnant, or even blocked. Objects connected to strong memories, like stuffed animals, can disrupt the flow of qi around your bed, creating a space where energy feels heavy and static rather than fresh and renewing. By consciously removing these objects, you're opening the way for vibrant, positive energy to fill your space, creating an environment that supports your well-being. The act of letting go doesn't have to feel like losing something dear. Rather, can be a way of creating space for something new. Here are some simple steps to help you transition. Create a memory corner. Find a dedicated area in your room, such as a shelf or a decorative box, where you can keep your cherished items. Here, they'll hold a special place but won't interfere with the energy of your bed. Express gratitude before moving them. Take a moment to acknowledge what they've meant to you. Thank these items for the memories and comfort they've provided. This act of gratitude shifts your perspective from loss to intentional release, making the process meaningful. Visualize fresh energy. Once your bed is clear, close your eyes and imagine it filling with vibrant, refreshing energy. Envision it as a peaceful space, free from the weight of the past and open to new possibilities. Reflect on growth. Each time you see your memory corner, let it be a reminder of not only your past but also your growth. These items now symbolize the journey you've taken, rather than acting as barriers holding you back. Creating space on your bed, free from emotional anchors, opens a door to new experiences. As you lie down each night, your bed becomes a place where you can rest and reset, unencumbered by the subtle pull of past memories. The simple act of clearing your bed of these attachments is an invitation for fresh energy to enter, allowing your heart and mind to be fully present and open to what lies ahead. This small change, a shift in where you place a few cherished items, can have a profound impact. As you release these subtle anchors, you may feel lighter, more energized, and more open to the unknown. It's as if the past is finally stepping back, leaving space for new dreams and aspirations to fill its place. In Buddhist teachings, transformation often begins with small steps. Just as a single stone can create ripples in a pond, this simple act of letting go can ripple through your life, bringing positive changes in ways you may not expect. Let's take a moment to think of Aiko, a young woman from Kyoto who held onto her childhood stuffed animals for years. She kept them on her bed, feeling their comforting presence each night. Yet, she often felt restless, nostalgic, and unable to fully enjoy her present. After learning about the concept of letting go in Buddhism, Aiko decided to move her stuffed animals to a memory shelf. That night, she felt lighter, as if an unseen weight had lifted. With each passing day, she found herself more energized and focused. This small act of rearranging her space led to a significant shift in her life, allowing her to embrace new relationships and opportunities with an open heart. Following our exploration of the hidden energies within stuffed animals and the importance of releasing attachments to the past, we move to another seemingly ordinary item that holds profound influence in Buddhist thought: mirrors. Mirrors are objects of fascination and mystery. They serve as silent companions, reflecting back not only our appearance but also the energy surrounding us. According to Buddhist philosophy, mirrors in your bedroom, particularly near your bed, can disturb the delicate flow of energy needed for restful sleep and inner peace. While stuffed animals anchor us to memories of the past, mirrors do something different. They amplify and multiply the present energy, often creating chaos instead of harmony. Let's delve into the hidden power of mirrors and how their placement can make or break the tranquility of your sacred resting space. Mirrors are more than just functional objects. They have an energetic presence. In feng shui and Buddhist practices alike, mirrors are believed to reflect and double the energy within a room. When placed near the bed, mirrors can create an energy whirlpool, bouncing energy back and forth instead of allowing it to flow smoothly. Imagine a room filled with peaceful, balanced energy, only to have a mirror disrupt that flow by creating a constant, chaotic loop of reflection. This endless mirroring can leave you feeling restless, as if the energy around you is constantly in motion. even as you try to sleep. This constant reflection doesn't just affect the energy in the room, it affects your personal energy as well. Our beds are meant to be places of renewal, where we disconnect from the external world and immerse ourselves in rest. But a mirror near the bed can disturb this process, pulling you out of a restful state and keeping your mind in a loop of unfinished thoughts and subtle anxieties. The result? You wake up feeling less refreshed, more tired, and perhaps even unsettled without knowing why. One of the most intriguing aspects of mirrors is their ability to make us feel as if we're never truly alone. Have you ever felt a subtle sense of unease with a mirror in the room, especially at night? This is no coincidence. The reflection in a mirror can create the illusion that there's someone else in the room. Even if it's only your own reflection, the presence of that image can make your mind feel that it's not alone. This sense of being watched can disturb the peace and solitude that a bedroom should provide. Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of cultivating peace within our surroundings to foster peace within ourselves. If a mirror constantly reflects back an image or energy, it disrupts the flow of solitude and calmness that we seek during rest. Imagine trying to meditate in front of a mirror. The reflections and distractions would make it nearly impossible to focus on stillness. In a similar way, sleeping in front of a mirror disrupts the mind's ability to fully relax, causing you to feel subtly disturbed or even anxious. Mirrors are also thought to impact our dreams and the quality of our sleep. Some spiritual beliefs suggest that mirrors act as portals, connecting our world to unseen realms. While this might sound mystical, the underlying idea is that mirrors don't just passively reflect, they actively interact with the energy of the room. In Buddhist thought, keeping a mirror near the bed can interfere with your mind's natural descent into deep, restful sleep, instead of a peaceful journey into sleep. The constant reflection and energy doubling can keep the mind partially alert, preventing you from reaching that state of total relaxation. The impact of this can be profound. Over time, you may find that your sleep quality declines, and you start waking up feeling tired or groggy. You may also find yourself having vivid or disturbing dreams, as the energy in your room lacks the stillness needed for a peaceful night's rest. By simply moving the mirror or covering it while you sleep, you can restore this balance, allowing your bed to be a true place of calm and renewal. To create a restful and harmonious environment, consider these simple steps for managing mirrors in your bedroom. Reposition your mirror. Place mirrors in areas where they won't face the bed directly. This ensures that they don't constantly reflect your energy while you're sleeping, allowing for a calmer, more balanced space. Cover the mirror at night. If you can't move the mirror, try covering it with a cloth before bed. This temporarily neutralizes its reflective properties, helping to create a more serene environment while you sleep. Limit the number of mirrors. Avoid placing multiple mirrors in the bedroom, as each additional mirror increases the level of energy dispersion. One well-placed mirror in a non-disruptive area is enough to serve your needs without overwhelming the space. Reflect light, not the bed. If you use mirrors for aesthetic purposes, try positioning them to reflect natural light from a window rather than the bed. This enhances the brightness of the room without disturbing the energy in your sleeping area. By making these small changes, you'll start to feel a noticeable difference. The space around your bed will feel lighter, less chaotic, and more inviting, a true sanctuary for rest and renewal. Mirrors are beautiful, but their beauty lies in their power to amplify. In a bedroom, this amplification can create a space that is too energized, making it difficult to find peace. Buddhist philosophy encourages us to seek simplicity and stillness in our surroundings, and this includes being mindful of reflective surfaces. The goal is to create an environment where nothing distracts or disturbs the mind, allowing it to settle fully into the present moment. Imagine stepping into a room where every item, every piece of furniture, and every color is carefully chosen to promote peace. Now imagine placing a mirror in the center of this room, scattering reflections in all directions. Suddenly, the energy changes. The room, once still and serene, becomes active and dynamic, a place that stimulates rather than calms. This is the effect of mirrors, and why removing them or covering them at night can make such a profound difference in your personal energy. Let's look at the story of Hannah, a young woman living in a bustling city who constantly felt tired, even after hours of sleep. She had a large mirror directly facing her bed, unaware of the impact it could have on her peace and energy. Every night, she would go to bed exhausted, yet would wake up feeling as if she hadn't rested at all. After reading about the effects of mirrors in Buddhist teachings, she decided to try an experiment. She covered her mirror with a beautiful cloth before going to sleep. The results were almost immediate. Hannah found herself falling asleep more quickly and waking up with a sense of calm and refreshment she hadn't felt in years. By removing the mirror's constant reflection, she had removed a source of unseen stress, allowing her bedroom to become a true place of rest and solitude. Hannah's experience reminds us that sometimes the smallest adjustments can lead to the most profound changes in our well-being. The art of living well, according to Buddhist philosophy, is not about filling our space with beautiful things. It's about filling it with purposeful things. When you clear your bedroom of excess reflections, you make space for calm, clarity, and positive energy. Mirrors, while beautiful, are better placed in areas where you seek energy and dynamism, like living rooms or hallways. In the bedroom, however, simplicity and stillness are key. By keeping your bedroom free from unnecessary reflections, you're cultivating an environment where your mind can fully unwind, unburdened by the energetic disturbances mirrors can cause. This mindful curation of your space aligns with Buddhist teachings, which encourage us to surround ourselves with objects that enhance peace and balance rather than disrupt it. As you become more mindful of how mirrors influence your personal space, you'll notice how these small shifts create ripple effects in your life. The mirror, while powerful, serves as a reminder that our surroundings influence us in ways we often overlook. By consciously choosing where and how to place mirrors, you're not just designing a room, you're designing an experience of peace, tranquility, and renewal, much like our discussion on stuffed animals and releasing attachments to the past. The placement of mirrors is another way we can create harmony in our lives. By letting go of unnecessary reflections, we invite clarity, balance, and fresh energy into our space, ensuring that our environment supports our journey toward peace and well-being. As we move through the hidden energies of objects in our bedrooms, we come to an item often overlooked as a source of disruption: books and papers, like stuffed animals, which tether us to the past, or mirrors, which amplify energy. Books carry their own unique influence on our mental and emotional space. These objects are packed with knowledge, thoughts, and intentions, but while books represent wisdom and growth, they also symbolize mental activity. When left on the bed, they bring a sense of busyness into a space that should be dedicated to peace and relaxation. Let's explore why books and papers on your bed can disrupt your energy and how respecting this sacred space can bring you closer to inner harmony. Books are remarkable in their ability to transport us to other worlds, teach us new ideas, and spark our imagination. But according to Buddhist philosophy, every object holds a unique energy. Books and papers, being vessels of knowledge, carry a powerful mental energy. They contain the thoughts, experiences, and insights of their writers, creating a vibration that, while beneficial during study or work, can become burdensome in a place meant for rest. In other words, these items hold the energy of intellectual engagement, mental curiosity, and even unresolved questions. When left near our bed, they can stir our minds and make it difficult to find the restful calm that sleep demands. Think of each book as a tiny mental portal that remains open, even when you're not reading it. Whether it's a novel, a work-related document, or personal notes, these materials keep the mind engaged on a subtle level. If they're close to where you sleep, they act like background noise for the brain, preventing it from reaching a state of complete relaxation. Instead of settling into peaceful rest, your mind remains alert, processing information even as you try to drift into sleep. We've all experienced nights when we lie awake with a racing mind, struggling to shut down our thoughts. When you sleep surrounded by books, papers, and notes, you may unknowingly be encouraging this mental clutter. In Buddhist teachings, clutter, whether physical or mental, creates blockages that interrupt the natural flow of energy, or qi, in our lives, just as a cluttered room can make you feel overwhelmed or anxious. A bed surrounded by information can keep your mind from settling. Imagine your mind as a calm lake. When books and papers are left on your bed, they're like pebbles tossed into the water, creating ripples of thought and curiosity. Instead of finding stillness, your mind becomes a surface of constant movement, unable to fully rest. This mental activity can make it hard to achieve the deep, restful sleep necessary for mental and emotional rejuvenation. In Buddhism, intention is key to creating harmony in our lives. A room, a bed, or even a corner of your home is more than just a physical space. It's an extension of your inner state. By assigning specific purposes to different spaces, you create a sense of order and peace within yourself. Your bed, for example, is ideally a place of rest, recovery, and stillness. When we introduce objects of learning, work, or contemplation, such as books and papers, we blur the boundary between rest and activity. The act of separating your sleeping area from spaces dedicated to work or study allows your mind to ease into different states naturally. A nightstand or bookshelf can serve as a dedicated space for books, symbolizing the shift from activity to rest. When your bed remains free from distractions, it becomes easier for your mind to let go of the day's thoughts, knowing that it has left work and learning behind. By consciously placing your reading material away from the bed, you're reinforcing an intention to reserve your bed as a sanctuary of peace. Books and papers are not just sources of knowledge. They can also be carriers of emotions. Perhaps a particular novel reminds you of a challenging time in your life, or work documents bring stress from the office into your home. Each piece of paper and every book carries a trace of the emotions associated with it. When we place these items on our bed, we invite those emotions into our resting space, blending work and worry with relaxation and rest. Think of each item as an emotional bookmark. A work report may carry the weight of responsibilities. A self-help book may remind you of your aspirations and unresolved challenges. These emotional imprints, though subtle, become part of your environment. Over time, this can create an unconscious stress that lingers as you sleep. By moving these items out of your bed space, you're setting an emotional boundary that keeps worries, aspirations, and intellectual engagement at a healthy distance. Creating a restful environment is not just about removing physical items. It's about establishing a sense of peace in your mind and body. Here are some practical steps to help you create a clutter-free, restful space. Designate a reading spot, whether it's a cozy chair, a desk, or a reading nook. Having a specific place for your books and papers allows you to fully engage in learning or working without carrying that energy to bed. Use a nightstand or shelf. Place books on a nearby shelf or nightstand instead of directly on the bed. This keeps them within reach while reinforcing the separation between rest and activity. Set a winding down routine. At the end of the day, put away any books or papers you've been reading and replace them with items that promote relaxation. A small plant, crystal, or even a simple glass of water. This shift in objects signals your mind that it's time to rest. Limit the number of items. If you love reading in bed, try limiting yourself to one book at a time. Having a single item reduces the mental clutter and helps you focus, making it easier to set it aside when you're ready to sleep. By following these steps, you can transform your bed into a true place of rest, a space free from the subtle demands of information and intellectual activity. Consider the story of Alex, a teacher who loved to fall asleep surrounded by lesson plans and books. For years, he believed that by keeping his materials close, he was more prepared for the day ahead. But over time, he noticed his sleep was restless. His dreams often filled with school-related stress. He would wake up feeling as though he'd been working all night. After learning about the Buddhist approach to rest and separation, Alex tried a new routine. Each night, he set aside his lesson plans and moved his books to a small bookshelf next to his bed. He replaced his work materials with a single inspirational book that he could read before sleep. The change was transformative. Not only did Alex begin sleeping more peacefully, but he also found himself more energized and focused the next day. By creating a separation between work and rest, he had created a balance that brought calm and clarity to his life. In Buddhist thought, knowledge is a powerful force, and as such, it deserves a space of respect. When we allow books and papers to spread onto our bed, we inadvertently diminish their power by blending them with the casualness of sleep. By giving these materials a dedicated space, we honor their significance and allow ourselves to engage with them fully when the time is right. Knowledge is best absorbed when the mind is ready to receive it, and rest is most restorative when the mind is free from distractions. Separating these states helps us appreciate each one in its own time. By keeping your bed as a place solely for rest, you are creating an environment where you can approach knowledge and sleep with intention and clarity. The journey to inner peace is one of balance and intentionality. Each small change, whether it's moving stuffed animals, covering a mirror, or placing books on a shelf, contributes to an environment that supports mindfulness and well-being. By consciously choosing what belongs in your bed space, you're also choosing the quality of rest, rejuvenation, and clarity you invite into your life. Imagine lying down each night, knowing that your bed is a sanctuary, free from the intellectual weight of books and the emotional imprints of papers. As you sink into sleep, your mind can truly rest, untethered by mental clutter. This simple but powerful change opens the door to peaceful slumber and a refreshed state of mind in the morning. Through these practices, we find that peace isn't just about external calm. It's about creating intentional spaces that align with our inner needs. The more we make mindful choices, the more our surroundings reflect and support our journey toward a balanced and fulfilling life. In the end, this is the essence of Buddhist teaching: living in harmony with our environment, free from unnecessary distractions, so that we can find the calm within ourselves. By dedicating your bed to rest and rest alone, you honor both your need for sleep and the transformative power of knowledge. And in doing so, you make room for fresh energy, peace, and clarity, an invitation for new opportunities and personal growth to enter your life, unclouded by the mental clutter of yesterday's thoughts. As we journey further into the influence of objects within our sacred spaces, we arrive at another common item that can affect the peace of our sleeping area: used clothing. Like stuffed animals that hold onto memories, mirrors that amplify energy, and books that stimulate the mind, used clothing carries its own energetic impact. Each day, as we move through different environments, work, the grocery store, a crowded commute, our clothing absorbs the energies of every place we visit and every interaction we have. When we bring these clothes into our bed, we bring with them the invisible remnants of the day's experiences. In Buddhist teachings, the bedroom, particularly the bed itself, is a sanctuary where outside influences should be minimal. Let's explore why keeping used clothing off your bed can profoundly impact your ability to rest and rejuvenate. In Buddhist thought, all objects are seen as conduits of energy, each with its own frequency. Clothing, being in direct contact with our bodies, holds not only our physical warmth but also the mental and emotional energies we carry. Picture a sponge. It absorbs everything around it, from water to lingering odors. Used clothing is similar. It soaks up the energies of every environment and experience we encounter. Whether it's the stress of a meeting, the chaotic energy of a crowded subway, or even the light-hearted moments of laughter with friends, your clothing retains these subtle influences. When you come home and toss your used clothing onto your bed, you're releasing all that collected energy into a space meant for rest and renewal. Instead of a peaceful, untouched sanctuary, your bed becomes a mixing ground for everything you've absorbed throughout the day. The calm energy of your bedroom becomes disrupted, making it difficult for your mind and body to relax fully. In effect, you're bringing the outside world into your personal haven, a place that should be dedicated solely to your inner peace. In Buddhism, sleep is seen as a sacred act, an opportunity for the body, mind, and spirit to rejuvenate. The bed is more than just a piece of furniture. It's a symbol of renewal and purity. When we lie down to rest, we're meant to let go of the day's stresses and sink into a space of peace and stillness. However, when we introduce elements of the outside world, like used clothing, into this environment, we compromise the sanctity of our resting space. This can make it difficult for the mind to detach from the day's experiences, leading to a restless night filled with fragmented sleep and lingering anxieties. Imagine trying to meditate in a noisy room. Distractions would constantly pull your attention away, making it nearly impossible to find inner stillness. The same principle applies to your bed when it's shared with used clothing. Instead of finding a calm retreat, you end up in an energetic space cluttered with remnants of your day. By reserving your bed for clean linens and freshly laundered sleepwear, you're respecting it as a place where only restful, peaceful energy resides. In Buddhist practice, rituals of cleansing and purification hold special significance. These rituals aren't solely for physical cleanliness. They're intended to clear negative or unwanted energies that we may accumulate. This concept of energetic hygiene applies to everything we bring into our sleeping space, especially clothing that has journeyed with us through the day's challenges and interactions. When we don fresh clothing before bed, we're symbolically shedding the day's experiences, allowing our mind and body to release what they no longer need. Think of it this way: by changing into clean sleepwear, you're making a conscious transition from the external world to a state of personal peace. You're telling your mind, the day is over, it's time to rest. This small act of self-care has a powerful impact, setting the stage for deeper, more restorative sleep. In this way, you're not only honoring the sanctity of your bed but also respecting your own need for a clean, rejuvenating environment. Transforming your bed into a space free from external energy doesn't require grand gestures. Simple habits can make a profound difference in creating a sanctuary that supports restful sleep. Here are some mindful practices to help you maintain the purity of your sleeping area. Designate a spot for used clothing. Create a dedicated area for your worn clothes, whether it's a laundry basket, closet, or a hook by the door. By keeping used clothing in its own space, you're consciously separating the day's energy from your restful sanctuary. Change into fresh sleepwear. Make it a ritual to change into clean sleepwear before bed. This small act signals to your body and mind that the day is complete, and it's time to let go of external concerns. Set a wind-down routine. Dedicate a few minutes before bed to release any lingering thoughts or stress. You might meditate, take a warm shower, or simply sit quietly, allowing yourself to mentally transition from day to night. Use fresh linens regularly. Fresh sheets and pillowcases have a subtle yet powerful effect on your sleep quality. Clean linens not only feel inviting but also carry a sense of purity, enhancing the peace of your sleeping space. Introduce soothing elements. If you want to bring items into your bedroom, choose those that evoke calmness, such as a small plant, crystal, or a calming essential oil. These objects can help reinforce the tranquility of your space. Unlike used clothing, which holds energy from outside, by adopting these practices, you'll begin to feel a shift in the energy of your room. Your bed will become a true place of refuge, a sanctuary free from the energetic clutter of daily life. Each night, as we prepare for sleep, we have an opportunity to release the day's experiences. In Buddhist teachings, letting go is a powerful act of self-compassion, a way of clearing space for new insights, peace, and rejuvenation. When we release our used clothing, we're not simply discarding physical items, we're symbolically releasing the burdens and stresses that those clothes represent. In doing so, we're allowing ourselves to enter a state of rest with a clear mind and an open heart. Think of this act as similar to taking a deep, cleansing breath. Just as a deep breath can calm and center us, shedding our used clothing before bed can create an environment of clarity and peace. By doing this, you're creating a nightly ritual that honors both your need for rest and your journey of personal growth. Sophie, a busy young professional, often came home exhausted from her high-pressure job. She would toss her work clothes onto her bed, where they would stay until the next morning. Sophie began to notice that, despite sleeping for hours, she always woke up feeling unrest and anxious. Her mind often raced through work-related thoughts, and her dreams were filled with stressful scenarios. After reading about the concept of energetic hygiene, Sophie decided to make a change. She placed a laundry basket by her closet and, each evening, consciously changed into fresh clothes, putting her worn ones in the basket. She also started taking a few moments to breathe deeply before lying down, setting the intention to release the day's worries. Within weeks, Sophie felt a profound difference. Her sleep was deeper, her mind calmer, and she woke up each morning with a renewed sense of clarity. By treating her bed as a sacred space, Sophie had created a nightly sanctuary of peace and rejuvenation. Our bedrooms, especially our beds, are the most intimate spaces in our homes. They are places where we're meant to feel safe, relaxed, and at ease. When we bring used clothing into this space, we compromise that sense of purity and peace. By keeping our beds free from the outside world's energies, we're not just creating a restful environment, we're respecting our own need for renewal. Imagine lying down each night, free from the day's lingering influences, sinking into a place of pure calm. Your bed becomes a refuge, a place where you can escape the world and connect with your inner peace. This simple act of keeping used clothing out of your bed is a form of self-respect, a way of saying, I deserve a space that is just for me, a place that is free from the demands of the world. Incorporating this practice into your nightly routine transforms sleep from a basic need into a ritual of release. When we mindfully prepare our space for rest, we're not just caring for our physical selves, we're nurturing our emotional and spiritual well-being. Each evening becomes a chance to let go of what no longer serves us, to refresh our energy, and to reconnect with the present moment. This nightly ritual is an invitation to release, rest, and renew. In doing so, you create a life that honors both your need for activity and your need for rest. By keeping your bed as a space for calm and peace, you're embracing the Buddhist teaching of balance and intentionality, living each day with mindfulness and clarity. Through these practices, your bed becomes more than just a place to sleep. It becomes a sacred space, a vessel for peace, clarity, and rejuvenation. You'll find that as you embrace this shift, not only will your sleep improve, but your daily life will reflect the peace you cultivate each night. This is the essence of creating a life that is aligned with Buddhist principles, a life where every action, even the small act of setting aside used clothing, contributes to a deeper sense of balance, purpose, and well-being. As we explore the principles of creating a peaceful, energy-balanced bedroom, stories of real-life transformations can illuminate the powerful impact these changes can have. Let's dive into the story of Aiko, a young woman from Tokyo who found herself caught in the whirlwind of modern life. Despite her best efforts, she felt chronically exhausted, stressed, and unfulfilled. Her journey to reclaiming peace and vitality began with a simple decision to honor her space and apply Buddhist principles of energy flow. Aiko, like many people, initially believed her bedroom was simply a place to sleep, a functional space where she could rest her head at night. Yet, despite going to bed at a reasonable hour and getting what seemed like a full night's sleep, she would wake up feeling drained. Her mornings were a struggle. She found it hard to focus, felt foggy-headed, and was often low on energy by midday. She had tried everything she could think of: new pillows, calming teas, even meditation apps, but nothing seemed to bring lasting relief. One day, a friend introduced her to the concept of energy flow in Buddhism. They discussed the idea that a cluttered space can disrupt sleep and well-being by creating stagnant energy. This new perspective intrigued Aiko. The more she read about it, the more she realized her bedroom, far from being a peaceful sanctuary, was filled with items that held energy from her daily life: her laptop with lingering work stress, mirrors that amplified her anxiety, and stuffed animals that kept her attached to the past. This awareness sparked a desire to transform her space from a cluttered room into a true place of rest. With renewed determination, Aiko decided to reorganize her bedroom based on the Buddhist principles of harmony and energy flow. Her first step was to examine her surroundings, taking a close look at the objects around her bed. She noticed several items that didn't belong in a space meant for rest. A laptop she often worked on late into the night, stuffed animals from her childhood, a mirror directly facing her bed, and stacks of work papers. She could suddenly see how these objects, each carrying its own energy, were impacting her sleep and peace. Aiko felt a strong urge to declutter, to release these items and create a space where her mind and body could truly relax. She began to understand the wisdom in the Buddhist teaching that the bed is a sacred space, a sanctuary where outside energies should not intrude. The transformation was about more than just cleaning up. It was a commitment to honoring her own need for peace and clarity. The first items she removed were her stuffed animals. Aiko had kept them close as a source of comfort and nostalgia. But as she placed them on a designated memory shelf, she felt a subtle release. It was as if she was letting go of the emotional weight these objects held, allowing herself to move forward without the constant reminder of her past. Next, she turned to the mirror that faced her bed. In Buddhist thought, mirrors can amplify and scatter energy, creating a chaotic environment. Aiko covered the mirror with a cloth, and later repositioned it entirely so it no longer reflected her sleeping area. This small act gave her an immediate sense of privacy and calm, as if an unseen observer had left the room, leaving her free to rest undisturbed. Finally, she placed her laptop and work papers in a different room, setting a boundary between her work life and her place of rest. This change allowed her to truly disconnect from the demands of her job, helping her mind to quiet down in the evening and creating a clear mental separation between work and sleep. The results of these changes were profound. Within a week, Aiko noticed a shift, not just in her bedroom but in her overall well-being. Her sleep felt deeper, more restorative, and she woke up feeling refreshed and clear-headed for the first time in years. She began to feel lighter, as if a weight had been lifted from her mind and spirit. The clutter that had once surrounded her bed was gone, and with it, the energy of stress and attachment had dissipated. The simplicity of her space brought her peace, and she no longer felt the need to rush out of bed in the morning. Instead, she would take a few quiet moments to breathe and appreciate the calm she had created. Aiko realized that her bedroom had become more than a place to sleep. It had transformed into a sanctuary, a space where she could recharge, reconnect with herself, and find clarity for the day ahead. Aiko's transformation wasn't just about removing physical clutter. It was a shift in her mindset. She came to understand the value of her personal space and the importance of protecting it from external energy. She started sharing her experience with friends, telling them, "Your bed is your sanctuary. Treat it as such." Her journey became a reminder that simple changes, made with intention, can create lasting effects on one's quality of life. Aiko's story demonstrates the power of intentional living. In Buddhist teachings, respecting one's environment is closely tied to respecting one's inner self. By treating her bed as a sacred space, Aiko had redefined her relationship with her surroundings, creating a space that supported her well-being rather than detracting from it. Her experience also underscores a broader lesson in Buddhist philosophy: the practice of mindfulness and respect for energy in our lives. The objects we choose to keep near us, especially in intimate spaces like the bedroom, affect us more deeply than we might realize. By choosing to remove unnecessary items, Aiko not only transformed her room but also invited a new level of mindfulness and self-care into her daily life. Inspired by Aiko's journey, here are some practical insights for creating a sanctuary within your own bedroom. Each suggestion is grounded in Buddhist principles of energy flow and mindfulness, aimed at helping you establish a peaceful space that supports your rest and rejuvenation. Start with a mindful decluttering. Begin by examining the items near your bed. Ask yourself if each object truly contributes to your peace. If it doesn't, consider moving it to another room or space. Simplifying your surroundings is the first step to creating a calming environment. Create boundaries between work and rest. Avoid bringing work-related items like laptops, phones, or documents into your bedroom. When you set clear boundaries, you allow your mind to transition naturally from activity to rest, creating a more peaceful atmosphere for sleep. Respect the power of reflection. If you have a mirror facing your bed, try covering it or repositioning it to reduce its impact on the room's energy. This small change can help create a sense of privacy and tranquility, allowing you to rest without the constant amplification of energy that mirrors can create. Set up a memory shelf. If you have sentimental items like stuffed animals or keepsakes, consider creating a designated memory shelf. This allows you to honor these memories without allowing them to take up space in your bed, which should be reserved for rest and renewal. Incorporate calming elements. Bring in objects that symbolize peace and balance, such as a small plant, a candle, or a calming piece of art. These items can enhance the sense of tranquility in your bedroom, helping to create an environment that nurtures your spirit. By applying these principles, you can create a space that truly reflects your values and supports your well-being. Aiko's journey illustrates how simple acts of decluttering and reorganization can lead to a profound transformation in energy and well-being. Her story reminds us that our environment is not just a backdrop to our lives, but an active participant in our journey toward peace and clarity. When we choose to treat our space with respect and intention, we're not just creating a more organized room, we're creating a sanctuary that nourishes our spirit. Imagine coming home to a bedroom free from the stresses of the day, a space where each object is chosen with purpose and where nothing disturbs your peace. By embracing the principles Aiko discovered, you can transform your own room into a sanctuary that supports your inner journey. It's not about having a perfect space. It's about creating a space that reflects and reinforces your desire for harmony and well-being. In the end, Aiko's experience teaches us that treating our bedrooms as sacred spaces is an act of self-respect, a way to honor our need for rest and renewal. When we create a sanctuary within, we make room for peace, clarity, and growth in our lives. Each time we step into this sacred space, we're reminded that true transformation begins with mindful choices, and that peace is found not in the grand gestures but in the quiet sanctuaries we create for ourselves each day. As we deepen our exploration of how objects affect our personal sanctuary, we come to items often found on or near the bed: food, bags, wristwatches, keys, medications, and shoes. Each of these items, though common in daily life, holds unique meanings and energy that can impact our well-being. By consciously choosing where and how we keep them, we create a space that reflects inner peace, harmony, and renewal. In Buddhist teachings, the bedroom, and particularly the bed, is seen as a sacred space, a place for rest and rejuvenation where outside energies should be kept at bay. Let's dive into why these items should be kept away from your bed and how doing so can transform not only your sleep but also your overall sense of peace and clarity. Food is an essential part of life. It sustains, nourishes, and comforts us. However, just as a pristine altar wouldn't have remnants of food, the bed, too, should remain free of food items. In Buddhist thought, the bed is a place of purity, and food, representing sustenance and the physical needs of the body, belongs in spaces where we are awake, mindful, and present. Imagine the residue, crumbs, and lingering sense that food leaves behind. These remnants disturb the clarity of the space, creating a subtle sense of impurity. By bringing food into your bed, you're introducing physical distractions that can interfere with rest, making the space feel less like a sanctuary and more like an extension of your dining or living area. Instead, consider creating a dedicated space for eating, perhaps a cozy chair or a small table, away from the bed. This separation honors the act of nourishment while preserving the sanctity of your sleeping area. When your bed remains free of food, it symbolizes a place of spiritual nourishment rather than physical sustenance. encouraging a deeper sense of peace and purity as you prepare for sleep. Bags and backpacks are practical. They carry the tools, devices, and supplies we need for work, school, or daily activities. However, in Buddhist teachings, bags represent more than just practical items. They symbolize the weight of daily responsibilities, obligations, and commitments. Bringing these items to your bed is akin to bringing the energy of the entire day's burden into a place meant for peace and rest. Imagine coming home after a long day, your bag full of work documents, reminders of errands, or even personal items that carry emotional weight. By placing this bag on or near your bed, you invite that same energy into your rest space, making it hard to fully disconnect from your daily pressures. In Buddhist philosophy, rest is seen as a form of release, a time to let go of the demands of the outside world. Consider designating a specific place for your bag, whether it's a hook by the door or a spot in a different room. By keeping your bags at a distance, you allow yourself to mentally and emotionally let go of the day's burdens. This small act of separation allows your bed to remain a place of calm and restoration, free from the weight of responsibility. Your spirit will thank you for this act of mindful distance. Time is a powerful concept, dictating our schedules, responsibilities, and the rhythm of modern life. Wristwatches are symbols of time and often serve as reminders of productivity and obligations. In Buddhist philosophy, however, the practice of mindfulness encourages us to embrace the present moment and release the pressure of time. When you bring a wristwatch into your bed space, you're unconsciously bringing in the weight of schedules, deadlines, and the sense of not enough time. Sleeping with a watch near you can subtly keep your mind engaged with the pressures of time, making it difficult to fully relax. In a world that constantly demands productivity, letting go of time during rest allows for a more restorative and liberating experience. Consider placing your watch on a dresser or table away from your bed, letting your sleeping space be free from the tick of the clock. By allowing yourself this small separation, you create a space where time doesn't control you, a sanctuary where you can find stillness and peace, detached from the rush and demands of the day. Embrace this opportunity to rest in timelessness, inviting a sense of lightness and freedom into your sleep. Keys are fascinating objects. They represent access, control, and responsibility. Each key on your keyring holds a connection to a space you manage, whether it's your home, car, or workplace. By bringing keys into your bed space, you symbolically bring in the obligations tied to each of these places, along with the responsibilities and tasks associated with them. In Buddhist teachings, creating clear boundaries is essential for inner peace. Just as we discussed with bags and wristwatches, keys hold an energetic weight. They signify the external roles we play and the spaces we manage, often evoking thoughts of security, responsibility, and sometimes even stress. By placing your keys by the door or in a designated area outside your bedroom, you're leaving behind the symbolic obligations they represent. This simple act frees your bed from the energetic ties to external responsibilities, allowing you to enter a state of rest without the mental reminders of your obligations. When you go to bed, you deserve a sense of release, a break from the places you need to unlock and the roles you need to fulfill. Leave your keys outside your sanctuary, allowing your spirit to rest unburdened and fully present. Medications serve an important purpose. They help us manage health conditions, alleviate pain, and maintain wellness. However, when kept on or near the bed, medications can carry a symbolic weight that anchors us in illness or physical limitation. In Buddhist philosophy, the bedroom is a place of healing and renewal, and anchoring ourselves in thoughts of illness can subtly disrupt the mind's ability to fully relax and restore. Keeping medications by the bed can also foster an unconscious focus on health issues, subtly anchoring the mind in a state of worry or dependency. Instead of seeing the bed as a place of rejuvenation, we start associating it with reminders of health challenges or bodily limitations. Consider storing your medications in a designated area, such as a bathroom cabinet or a nearby shelf. This way, You're honoring the support medications provide while allowing your bed to remain a symbol of renewal rather than a reminder of illness. By creating this separation, you invite an energetic sense of wellness and vitality into your sleep, reinforcing the idea that rest is a time of recovery and strengthening. Shoes carry us through every experience of the day, from work to home, from city streets to natural trails. In Buddhist thought, shoes symbolize our connection to the earth, grounding us in the physical world. They also carry the energy of every place we walk, absorbing not only physical dirt but also the external energies of the environments we encounter. Bringing shoes into your bed space, or even close to it, can disrupt the purity of the area. Shoes introduce a tangible link to the external world, representing the noise, stress, and experiences of each day. In Buddhism, the practice of leaving shoes at the door is symbolic of leaving the outside world behind, an act of respect that creates a boundary between our sanctuary and the bustling world outside. Make it a habit to place shoes in a designated area away from your bedroom or bed. This separation allows you to cultivate a sense of purity in your sleeping space, free from the weight of external energy. As you leave your shoes at the threshold of your bedroom, you also leave behind the complexities and demands of daily life. In doing so, you create a peaceful space that supports the journey inward, a place for introspection, rest, and rejuvenation. By being mindful of these items and their symbolic meanings, you can create a bedroom environment that truly supports your well-being. Each item we choose to keep at a distance, from food to shoes, allows us to cultivate a clearer, more intentional space for rest. This process is not merely about physical organization. It's about establishing a sanctuary that reflects our inner desire for peace and clarity. In Buddhist philosophy, creating a sacred space is an act of self-respect, a commitment to honoring the needs of our spirit and body. When we consciously choose what belongs in our bedroom and what should remain outside, we're making a statement. This is a place of purity, peace, and personal growth. We're saying no to distractions, responsibilities, and the weight of the outside world, and yes to renewal, stillness, and inner harmony. Imagine lying down each night in a room that feels truly yours, a sanctuary free from the remnants of the day, where only restful energy remains. This space is an invitation to reconnect with yourself, to find stillness, and to experience the depth of rejuvenating sleep. By keeping your bed and surrounding area clear of these common items, you're not just organizing a room, you're cultivating an environment that honors the essence of who you are and the peace you deserve. The journey to creating a sacred space is an act of mindfulness, one that brings us closer to living in harmony with Buddhist principles of simplicity and intentionality. When we make thoughtful choices about what enters our bedroom, we create a sanctuary that supports the soul's need for quiet and renewal. This practice transforms the bedroom from a functional sleeping area into a place of spiritual rest and introspection. With each item you choose to remove from your bed space, you're taking a step toward inner peace. The absence of food, bags, wristwatches, keys, medications, and shoes is not a void. It's an opening, a space that invites fresh energy, clarity, and calm. This is the essence of living in alignment with Buddhist teachings, finding harmony within and around us by embracing simplicity, mindfulness, and the beauty of an uncluttered life. Let this mindful arrangement of your space serve as a reminder that peace is within reach. Each night, as you settle into a bed free from the remnants of the outside world, may you find a renewed sense of rest, clarity, and the tranquility of a truly sacred space. Thank you for joining us on the Tranquil Mind as we've explored the hidden energies within our personal spaces. In Buddhist philosophy, every detail matters. Even the smallest aspects of our environment can shape our well-being in profound ways. Your bed, more than just a place to sleep, can be a sanctuary for healing, renewal, and inner balance. Tonight, I invite you to try removing just one item from your bed and feel the shift. A sense of lightness as if an invisible weight has lifted. Often, the journey toward peace and prosperity begins with creating harmony right where we rest. if this video has opened your eyes to the potential of your space. Let us know in the comments below, what item will you be removing first? Share your journey with us. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this helpful. Together, let's build a community here on the Tranquil Mind focused on transforming our lives one mindful step at a time. Each action we take, no matter how small, brings us closer to harmony and balance, both within ourselves and with the world around us. We can't wait to see you in our next video. Until then, may your path toward inner peace and prosperity be filled with calm and clarity.